Merry Christmas and happy holidays from the Fantasy Bar on Beer, back with 6 of my favorite plays for the Christmas Day slate on FanDuel and DraftKings, including some of my favorite correlation plays, some of my favorite mid-range plays, and of course, my favorite play for Christmas Day. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Special Christmas Day edition, Beer's Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody out there. I know it's been a strange year, but let's enjoy the time here with family, with friends, and let's enjoy some NBA basketball here as well. Always one of the best slates out there. 5 games here, and I'm back with 6 of my favorite plays to help you out on that slate. Now, as always, before we get into the plays, a couple things. Make sure you click that thumbs up button, guys. It really helps us out tremendously. As I always say, that's the tip jar here in the Fantasy Bar. So I greatly appreciate you doing that. And please subscribe to the channel. Get notified when these videos are coming out. So what we always do, take a quick look back at the last 6-pack, see how we did. So let's do that really quickly here. Not bad for opening night. You know, RJ Barrett, Malcolm Brogdon, that correlation did us well. DeAndre Ayton, expected a little bit more against that Dallas team, but didn't kill us. We had to make some swaps to Bradley Beal, Michael Porter Jr. with that OKC Houston game being canceled. Porter solid, Beal solid as well, and obviously Kobe White, a disappointing performance in that B spot, but still very high in his prospects for this season. So with opening night behind us, let's take a look at the Christmas Day slate. I promised you some of my favorite mid-range and value plays, and that's exactly where we're going to start. Now this guy, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, it depends on your site. We're going to start out with Tyler HERRO of the Miami Heat. So I look at these prices, $5,600 on DraftKings, only $5K on FanDuel. I really feel like this is too cheap for a guy like Tyler HERRO. I know people look at him as the third spoke in the wheel. To me, he's right there with Butler, with Bam, not quite the superstar those guys are. But we'll look at some numbers here in a minute. What we want to really look at, the shooting on opening night was not great, and that's going to lead to obviously a subpar fantasy performance. It's kind of what we got on Tyler HERRO on that opening night. Wasn't bad, but wasn't great. Really didn't get a ceiling game out of him. But I mentioned Bam, Butler, and again, those guys, yeah, they're superstars, no doubt. But he was right there as far as minutes go, as far as shot attempts go, and that's what we want for fantasy production. We want our guys on the floor. We want our guys taking shots. So get a little bit better shooting performance out of him. He did chip in some other categories here. I think the sky is the limit here for Tyler HERRO. Tough matchup there in that opening night game against the Orlando Magic. I like the matchup much better for him here on Christmas Day, and I love these prices, especially over on FanDuel at just $5,000. All right, let's spend a little bit of money here. Not going to go crazy. We're going to go to the point guard position, but with Jrue Holiday of the Bucks. So opening night, the Bucks-Celtics game was an outstanding game. My Bucks came up a little bit short, but the point here, Jrue Holiday really looked good. It really looks like he's going to be a nice fit here with this Milwaukee offense. Another guy to give him some spark, along with Giannis, along with Chris Middleton, some of the other guys. Dante DiVincenzo even played well in that game. But I liked what I saw out of Jrue Holiday here. When we look at the Christmas slate, Bucks projected for a slate high, 121 points here against Golden State. We just saw Brooklyn pair this team up, especially Kyrie Irving did whatever he wanted to do. We know Steph Curry, not the best defender out there, but to see that Brooklyn Nets team put a ton of points up on this Warriors team, I think you get the same out of the Milwaukee Bucks here. And again, prices on Jrue Holiday feel a little bit light. He feels like a guy that can easily go 6, 7, potentially 8x on these salaries. And we not play a guy named Holiday on the best holiday of the season. So Jrue Holiday definitely gets a spot in my holiday lineups here against the Golden State Warriors. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. A little correlation here with small forward, power forward, Kelly Oubre Jr. That's another guy kind of like Tyler HERRO. You know, we're going to see the fantasy points. We're going to, we wanted more out of him. Rough shooting night for Oubre, just 3 for 14. Now, did deliver the highlight of opening night with that putback dunk on Kevin Durant. What he also did, contributed across the board. And again, you guys know I love these multi-category contributors. Oubre hit every single category in that game. So even on an off shooting night, still put a decent fantasy output on the board. And we look at this team, Steph Curry can't do everything. You know, Andrew Wiggins, another guy I'm interested in, had a rough shooting night, but he saw a lot of shots in that game. I think Oubre going to take on more offensive workload here for this Warriors team. Upside with the potential to hit all these categories. Love it here against the Bucks in a potential high-scoring game here on Christmas Day. All right, back to Value Town here. We're going to go down low with power forward center MONTREZL, HARRELL of the Lakers. Once again, they're studs on this slate. You know, Jokic was a monster on opening night, but we can save a little bit of money here with MONTREZL, who's always been a favorite of mine. And the reason why, this guy produces even in limited minutes. You look at over the course of his career, he's never really gotten a ton of run here. But what I saw on opening night, when he gets over 30 minutes, that's going to be big things here for MONTREZL. The fantasy points per minute over the course of his career, like I mentioned, even in limited minutes, has always been good. Now we get 30, 32, 35 minutes out of HERRO. Plus, you're playing on a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So you have a lot of opportunities for a lot of cheap stuff around the rim. You're going to be able to rebound with Davis playing around the perimeter a lot. And we already got 7X on return on MONTREZL in opening night. It's a nice matchup here with Dallas. Didn't work as much as I would have liked with DeAndre Ayton, but still going to go back to the well here. Still a team I think is going to be lacking in the rebounding department. I think MONTREZL can take advantage here. And the prices, especially on FanDuel, at only 5,100, really stand out here at the center position. All right, let's stay with the Lakers. Another guy I think is underpriced, and that's point guard, shooting guard, Dennis Schroeder. So a couple of Lakers here wanted to spread things out a little bit in the six-pack with 10 teams on the board, but Schroeder really stood out as another guy very similar to HERRO, who I think is a tremendous value. In fact, I think Dennis Schroeder, the best value on FanDuel on this Christmas slate at just 5,000. We saw him come close to a triple-double already on opening night. And we mentioned it with HERRO. You got LeBron, you got Davis. That takes the pressure off of some of these other guys and just lets them do their thing. 27% usage rate for Dennis Schroeder in that debut with the Lakers here. So a guy that can do a lot of different things, a guy that gives us triple-double upside, and a guy that does it on a team like this with a high projected total at a salary of only $5,000 and even $6,300 on DraftKings. I don't hate paying that. So add it all up, and Dennis Schroeder makes for a fantastic value here in this Christmas slate against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Christmas on FanDuel and DraftKings. But before we do that, guys, as always, we're going to run our Beast of the Night contest, absolutely free to play. And this is a thank you to you guys for checking out the video. All you got to do, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points for my Beast of the Night on FanDuel. Closest guess will win themselves either a 3-day pass to RotoGrinders Premium, a chance to check everything out, or if you're already a loyal subscriber, we'll send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. All right, let's wrap up this Christmas slate with my favorite play. You know, that's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We've saved you a lot of money. There's a lot of studs to choose from on this slate, but the one that stood out to me at small forward, power forward, we're going to roll with JAYSON Tatum of the Celtics, tonight's Beast of the Night. 28 shots for JAYSON Tatum opening night in a close game. Again, was a great game against the Milwaukee Bucks, but we saw Tatum really carry the load here for this Celtics offense. Jaylen Brown also very good in that game, but a 39% usage rate for him. That's only behind Giannis and Luka. When we look at the course of this entire slate, that's the stratosphere that we know JAYSON Tatum is in, and I think he certainly belongs in that stratosphere, but pricing does not agree. You look at that, and he lags behind a lot of studs. In fact, on DraftKings, he's like the 8th or 9th highest priced guy on the slate. This guy is a top 5 performer. Much easier matchup here in this one. I think the sky's the limit here. Anytime I can get a guy like JAYSON Tatum under 10K on both sites, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm certainly going to do that here on this Christmas slate. JAYSON Tatum, easily my favorite play here, and the Christmas Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up here on our special Christmas Day NBA slate. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any comments, questions, feedback, guys, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget fantasy points for JAYSON Tatum on FanDuel for a shot at some free RG Premium or a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck on this slate, guys. Again, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Appreciate all the support, everything you guys do, the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Love doing these videos and glad you guys are enjoying them. Go kick some butt here in the NBA. NFL video will be out as well, so keep an eye out on that. So again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, good luck, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist